Roll sound. Welcome to Tush Twins, heard exclusively on malcolmpresents.com, a streaming platform heard around the world and even in Brooklyn. Hi
Yay,
guys,
Brooklyn.
even in Brooklyn. Yeah, by the way,
Hello.
I saw a Nora
I
Oh,
know.
did you like it?
Did you see it, Paul?
Not yet.
it's
Oh
on
boy.
cable.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah,
It's on.
Wayne.
It's
Is
on
it
cable now.
pay-per-view or regular cable?
Re-
Regular no on one of the apps. I think Netflix.
Okay, so I'll go check it out.
Check Netflix
I'm
because it's
tired of
probably
paying money because people sometimes are a little too greedy. Like I saw Wicked and Gladiator 2 when I was sick at home
hmm
with COVID. Um, and the rental was for 2 days, 5.99. Doable, that's great. But I
right
wanted a complete unknown. Till today too, it's $25.
for a
Oh, I don't
complete
know.
unknown.
Oh, yes, for a 2-day rental,
And
same as the
Wicked
other
is
one,
5.99.
99. Yes. I
Somebody's
don't get it.
And by
somebody's
the way,
being
there's
greedy.
also White Lotus is on, and the series begin.
Oh, I
That's
love
gonna
it. It's
that's gonna
interesting.
In
they'll
Tahiti,
have complete unknown on. That'll be regular
not Tahiti, Thailand.
Yeah,
Thailand. I know. I haven't
I'm
watched it.
dying to go
Did
there.
you watch the first
I
two?
watched the first two,
I watched the
yes.
first
Okay, I
two.
didn't.
Very good.
Yes. Yes.
Really, I gotta watch. I have to watch it to get to
You gotta
season
watch the
three.
first two so you know
Yeah,
it
I'm
doesn't
just finishing.
continue, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
actually, you could do without the first two to watch the third one because it's not
yeah, you don't have to,
Oh
but you
yeah.
should watch it so you can see especially the first one,
the
how
mood.
weird that was.
Well, I've been watching this 7 season show called Younger
Yeah,
on
that's an old one.
Netflix with Sutton Foster. It's from 2015, and
Oh,
Hilary Duff.
Yeah,
Definitely watch it. Definitely watch
no,
it.
it's a good one.
It's right up your alley, Paul. Watch it.
oh,
It's
really?
on
What's it
Netflix
called?
now.
Younger.
Younger, Younger, Younger.
Younger.
It's
Okay.
about yeah, it's about this woman who lies about her age to get a job in the publishing industry,
Oh,
and it's about what she goes through, and it's 7 seasons, so you can watch it. I didn't
But
realize the show was on.
you could binge watch.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I haven't been binge. I watch, like three at a time or something, but I've been watching it for a while, so now I'm at the end finally. But I
Yeah.
Well,
think
I'm a
you'd like
binge
it.
watcher. Dennis
Okay,
and I
Yeah,
what?
like to
there's
watch.
some shows that you could binge watch. I binge watch Mad Men.
Oh, I
You
love
know,
that show.
the
I think
only show
I got about 10 years in about 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
wow, the only show I binge watched when it actually came out, was the first season of Stranger Things.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that was
see it.
good.
I wound up watching it into 3 a.m. in the morning kind of thing. And I never did that. And that is a crazy show that I wouldn't normally
Stranger Things.
kind of watch. Yeah, I couldn't, I don't
Have
know.
you
It's
ever,
weird.
have you ever seen the series This Is Us?
I know it, but I haven't
No,
watched it.
no, I haven't watched it.
It's a good one. Very good.
Well,
My
where's
favorite Walking Dead, it was the first 5 seasons. We missed them because everyone's saying how great it is. We never watched it. We watched the first 5 seasons in New Year's weekend in four
uh,
days.
Get Out? Oh my
Five
God.
seasons. My
No,
eyes still hurt from that.
no, no,
Oh
I
my God, it
can't.
was
I can't.
great.
I
Yeah.
can't. So, anyway, we were going to talk about space today, about
That space.
the astronauts coming back, the two astronauts that were stuck up in space for 9 months, and in that time, three babies came into being in our lifetimes, and then the country went from a democracy to a dictatorship
Dictatorship.
in the time they got on the
I got on the plane.
their initial, yeah, they were on a mission that was supposed to be 8 days, and it was like June 24th or something of
Mhm.
2024.
I think I saw that TV series
What TV series?
about the boat that went out for the 8 hour
A
cruise, the 4 hour cruise,
3 hour
Oh,
tour.
that was
A
3 hour
three
cruise, and that
three
was
hour
hour
a.
cruise.
tour.
Do you know that uh,
Tina Louise, yeah.
Tina Louise just had a 91st birthday,
God
and
bless
that
her.
she lives in New York, and that once a week she goes to a public school to go read with first graders. She's
That's
91.
well,
Paul, go find a
91.
picture of her. We should all look like that at
I
91.
know what she looks like. I follow her. She's
I was like,
wonderful.
I'm like, I showed the picture. She goes, she's 91. I'm like,
No,
yeah. And she goes to school every week to go work with the kids. I mean,
She's the
wow.
only one alive, I think.
I
yeah.
think she's it. I think she's
She's
the
it.
she survived Gilligan's Island. But
And she got
anyway,
off.
she got off the island. So, but these two astronauts couldn't get off the space station because the what got them there, the Boeing Starliner spacecraft was having some technical and stuff that prohibited them from going back on it because they thought that something could happen and it could go kaplooski.
So
So
they
they
use
got
SpaceX.
so
Hmm.
fortunately and unfortunately, I think SpaceX could have picked them up sooner, but I don't know why they didn't.
Well,
And
didn't you see a bunch of trials and they exploded in space?
yeah, yeah, well, it's all good. Uh, at least they were able to get them back now.
Well,
So
I give
I won't
kudos to the people that built the rocket in
that was
Florida.
able to get them
Kudos to
back.
them.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so those are the engineers, those are the
Hmm.
scientists who they fire in every other thing, but somehow SpaceX is keeping their scientists. I guess good for us at this for
Yes,
yesterday.
yes, I'm very happy they're
It
home
was
safe.
two. I mean, what there were, the women who were on the woman, one of the there was Butch Williams and
Hmm.
Suni. I mean, Butch Wilmore and Suni were Sonny actually
Sunny.
Williams, Sonny, and she is like
Sunny.
unbelievable. She is she's 59 now, and she has the record for the
The
longest
longest
spacewalks
spacewalk, 62
by a
hours.
woman, right, which is like incredible. She's been on, this was her third mission, and she has th 322 hours in space. Could you
God
imagine
bless.
both of us in the capsule in the space station for all that
I'd go
time?
crazy.
I mean,
Well,
it's
let me ask you something, Maxine. What would be the thing that would make you crazy when you'd be up there without?
spaghetti.
Fine. No, I'm talking about personal items and you need.
Personal items that I would
Hmm.
miss. I mean,
Well, you'd miss your dog.
I guess I'd miss my dog, but I miss my, I don't know if I miss my phone or not. Who cares? I
Did
don't
you,
know.
you notice you didn't say
T,
miss less. You miss your
uh,
dog.
I'd miss
Malcolm, what would be
my
you?
husband. I'd miss my husband. I would miss
I miss
my kid, my son, and my
well, I
two
guess if I could
daughters.
go out for a spacewalk, but I don't like to
Yeah,
be, I'm sort of like
combined.
a little
Claustrophobic.
claustrophobic now.
Hmm.
The older I
Okay,
get,
ask me what I would
What
miss.
what
what
would
would
you
you
miss?
miss in being
Besides
up?
my dog and husband,
Yeah.
makeup. I wouldn't have
Oh,
enough makeup.
you're so weird.
Yes, I would
You're
miss
supposed to
the,
get me makeup for this wedding.
you know,
you better like hop to, woman.
we're going
Um,
to Laura Geller in
uh,
Macy's.
okay. So, but anyways,
Are you gonna have a beautician come in and do your hair and
I'm
yeah.
doing her makeup
yeah, I'm gonna
and
have a hair.
Neely is doing,
We're gonna
Neely
have
said
a
you do your hair.
no. We're gonna there's someone who's gonna be doing it, I think. So,
Okay,
I
then
mean,
have him
I'll
do
have
me.
Peter and then someone else, whoever's doing it, to touch it up or whatever. I promise. I will look fine. So
You always
yeah,
look fine.
You
we
always said, but
were.
I told her son, because he says, make sure my mom, he comes to me,
Uh,
make sure my mother doesn't wear this. Make
uh,
sure my
uh,
mom doesn't wear that. I don't want her wearing
uh,
this thing.
all
I
right,
said,
all right. We can
your
stop on
mother's an adult.
that.
No, your mother's an
Uh,
adult.
I'm gonna wear a cowboy outfit.
Are,
Yeah.
are you gonna wear heels?
Of course I have to wear some kind
Yeah,
of heel.
kitten
I'm not
heels,
gonna
kitten
wear
heels.
I need little kitty heels because
Yeah, so do I.
my knees are just
You got to
not
do
gonna stand.
5 inch heels.
I then they would
Been
take
there,
me
done
to
that.
I'd be at an orthopedist after. There's no way I can do that.
Yeah,
I want to be able
kitten
to
heels.
dance with my boy, you know. I'm trying to get him to do, the song, Ooh, babe, I like it like that. I like it like it. I like it like that. It's like a really cool. I want to do like a Latin dance with him
Oh,
for
see,
the
I would have
for,
loved you
for the
to do
mama's
this
dance, huh?
child of mine.
Is that a sappy thing?
No, that's
We don't
what's
want
his name?
sappy.
Guns N' Roses.
Oh,
That's happy.
I don't know.
That's a great song.
What's he gonna do with the first dance with her?
I don't know yet. He has not done that yet. We don't know. All I know is that my that Sarah's mom I asked what do they do in Finland, for the first dance,
They drink.
whatever for whatever, and she goes the
They do
waltz.
a fish dance.
They do the waltz. They do a waltz.
Actually, I was sorry for my wedding. I wanted to do the anniversary waltz, but it was all Latino crowd, so that wouldn't go over.
Oh, you see
Oh, I
now
feel
my
like,
song, I like it like that, would go over with the Latino crowd.
yes, it would.
Uh, I like Latin music, but I don't know. I'm gonna let E, see what he wants to do. But I told him what I want to do, so we'll see where it lands.
Well, Latin,
Um,
I like the reggae Latin.
I
Yes, I
like
love Latin reggae. I love
I
Latin
like
reggae.
this song. I like it like that
Bad
because
Bunny.
I like the I like it like that, lyric.
I
So
could teach you
so
some steps.
you know, yeah, I was almost gonna say
Can you
let's
teach you
go
to do it
somewhere.
fast?
You know.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
my knees are sucky, so I'm gonna have to really do a lot from, I mean, yeah, up,
Yeah.
I took
mid up.
lessons at Fred Astaire Studios, Latin
Yeah.
music for her album.
Oh,
Do you remember I was giving out tickets
yes, yes, I
in San
remember.
Francisco
Well,
Uh,
to
when I was growing up in Brooklyn, they had dances on Friday night, and people
mhm.
rented out the Jewish centers, and the best dances
well,
is when they had Latin music, like Tito Puente, Tito
wait,
Rodriguez. They
that's
had the
what I
prettiest
grew up
women.
listening to in my house.
Yeah.
And Phil used to go to those dances with Tito Puente and all the guys
Mhm.
who were, I mean. That's how we grew up. It was a Brooklyn thing,
In
and
Brooklyn
and
too.
and I they would play like everything in my house, like every kind of music. And
Same with me.
I loved
Calypso is
the
big.
Latin. I loved the Latin music. I love the Latin beat.
Still do.
But I don't know. We'll see where it'll land. We'll figure it out.
But
We want to
what
do
stations
something.
do you listen to now? Do you listen to radio at all?
When I listen to radio, I listen to WFUV, which is a local, non-commercial station out of Fordham University, but it's all professional disc jockeys, and so Dennis Elsis is on there.
Oh, Dana Celsus. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Does it have music?
Elisa Ali, we have there's some really good,
I
they have
listened to
some
the
really,
Beatles station, Channel
they
18 on Sirius.
in
I,
well,
s-
yeah, I'm talking about
that's
regular,
my thing.
regular. So,
I
but
can't
I
get
listen to
regular
that.
radio here,
I
except
And with
they
my
play heavy metal up here a lot. So you know the kind of
I
songs and
sold
people.
radio for 20 years, 25 years,
Yeah.
advertising time. And I find out that people, no matter what age, a lot of them listen to the music when they were in high school,
Yeah.
from high
Yeah,
I
well,
school
still
and
that's
do.
college. That's the music. If they have an old timer station, that's the music they listen to. If they grew up in the 50s, it's 50s music. If they grew up in the 60s, 60s music.
well,
Beatles.
I got to tell you, the years that we had in high school music,
The
from like
best.
68 to 76 to college,
65,
or
65,
60.
70.
Well,
Yeah.
it's when I,
That's
I
when I
mean,
really got
maybe
into
it's
music.
just me, but when I listen to, FUB plays more, current stuff that you won't hear on commercial radio, but the music, it was wow.
Well, it takes you back
It
to a
was just
time.
it's just wow. It's just the how they,
Takes you
melodies
back.
and
Yeah,
core
it takes you back when you
and
were
the
a
hook and the
teenager.
choruses. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
of course. Da 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 da
Bam,
da
bam,
da da
bam,
bum
bam.
bum ba
And,
da da.
well,
That's like one of my favorite
Inagata
songs.
DeVito, we toured with him
Yes, I know.
on the 30 years of rock and roll tour.
Hmm.
For people
We
who
Yeah.
did.
don't know, Max was part of she was the token sister.
That's me, the token sister. I was all through high
Her,
school. That was my
yeah,
identity.
her two
There was
brothers
nothing
were
else.
Phil
That
and
was a
Mitch
token roadie.
Yeah, you.
they started the Tokens a Away, who I don't think there's a week in my life which I don't hear The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Well, they just
Oh,
had
I
it in the
hear
New
it all the
York.
time.
They had it in the New York Times on their amplifier top 10 list to listen to last week because
Hmm.
they have every week they put it out, and last week it was about March coming in like a lion and going out like a
Hmm.
lamb, and they did the top 10 songs she wants on her, which is on her playlist. If you can go to Amplify, you can get it on Spotify, I think. And she had The Lion Sleeps Tonight was the first one she put up in her list as the primary lion song.
Do you get
And,
any residuals if I do The Lion Sleeps Tonight, the Tokens on YouTube?
the guys will get performance royalties.
Yes.
So it will go to the estates of Phil and Mitch,
YouTube.
to their heirs.
How
Hmm.
many hits do you have to get to
And I'm
make
with
any money?
Harmony in Motion. I'm with the singing a cappella singing group. One of the two songs that we're doing is The Lion Sleeps Tonight and One Fine Day.
Hmm.
Oh, that's
Now, one fine day when it plays, uh, the money because there's production deals. The
Hmm.
production we get money on that as well
well.
as
Did Phil
um,
write that song or
one fine day was
Yeah,
Carole King.
Carol King.
yeah?
Carole King.
But he produced it.
Uh, they produced it. The Tokens
And they
produced it.
played the music
And they
on it.
played, right, they played the music and they produced the record. And it's used a lot. It's played a lot. One Fine
Yeah.
Day, He's So Fine, Sweet Talking Guy, they all get played a lot. Tie Yellow
Hmm.
Ribbon gets played. I mean, they're still pulling yellow ribbons here in my town for the hostages to come back from God, don't
Not
start
in
me
my
on that one.
area.
Yes, there's a lot there's and there's a memorial, like a Holocaust memorial in my town too. So I'll give them, being, you know, trying to do something right these days, which is hard to find these days. But so
Well, what's wrong
we're
with
kind
these
of
days?
strolling away from our I just wanted to mention
Music stroll.
because we're straight because my family, as you know, was a major, like, we're space freaks, right?
Yep.
And I went to Apollo 16 and Apollo 17 launches.
I
Um,
remember.
the crew on 16 was John Young, Tom Mattingly, and Charles Duke, and
Is
their
that a
aim
Cape?
was
Is that
their
Cape Canaveral or
Simulated.
Cape Kennedy?
Cape, it was Cape Canaveral, it was Cape Kennedy. That they I think they renamed it.
So they
A-
changed it by then.
And the mission was to explore the lunar highlands, collect samples, deploy scientific instruments, watching the Saturn V rocket take off because it was through my uncle Duke who worked on the LEM, and
Hmm.
the LEM comes down, and on the bottom there's pods. There's three pods. That makes it, and they had to be done so perfectly that it would land on the moon, even in a rough spot, and take the absorption and take it. And so he worked for Grumman. He subcontracted for Grumman. And he actually, so he said, he and other engineers engraved their name on one of the pods.
Cool.
And so,
Did he
I
put
mean,
Duke, Uncle Duke?
I don't know what he put, his Uncle Fred, Uncle Duke, and he said the names are up there. He told us the names are up there. I don't think he's not going to tell me the truth. Why would he say that?
Is that still there
So
now?
it's still there. So my uncle's name is up on the
Up.
moon.
He's a space cadet.
He's a space cadet. And then my crazy, my brothers, and then I went to see also some the shuttle, space shuttles. I saw a couple of those as well. And I went to see Skylab go up. Elon was like not even 5 years old yet. And that crew was like the shuttle mission for conducting experiments up in the space station. And
Yeah, Paula, send her your picture.
and
You're going off to one
and
side.
but my
Okay.
dad also was
Yeah.
a a space freak, and Phil went to space camp.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember?
Your father went to set base camp?
No, Phil,
No,
Oh,
Phil.
Phil.
brother Phil went to space camp in Huntsville, Alabama, and
Hmm.
he was like a kid in a candy shop. He couldn't. It's like the best experience he had. So he did all that, and then Phil and Mitch used to go to the Edwards Air Force Base to see the landings of the space shuttle. You know Bomb Stambovsky, Stambo.
Yeah. Hmm.
You know Stambo.
Of course I know.
He got them
Yeah,
in. He got them
geez.
in, and then, Mitch didn't quite go as far, but he would paint a lot of pictures with, stars and
And what
gal,
space looked to him.
what space looked to him, and some beautiful stuff too. I have a couple of things
Gorgeous.
in my house. So we're kind of a space family. So when, this happened with the two astronauts, I was following the story pretty much, and I'm just very glad they're back. So that's a big deal.
Yes.
So we used to watch TV shows, that are space directed, right? I mean,
We
there's a
watched a
bunch of
lot of them.
so what were your favorites, guys?
My original favorite was, of course, Star Trek. Well, of course, The Twilight Zone. I love that, especially the
Right.
one with the people
Out
going
the
to
w-
mission to Mars, and
and
everyone's
also
giants. They're all miniatures, but they're really the giants.
Well, was the Twilight Zone really about space? Was
Some of
it?
well,
their episodes
Some of them
were,
were, but it
yes.
was like far out stories.
it
Outer
was far.
Limits. I
Outer
love the
Limits.
Outer
What Outer
Limits.
Limits was big. You're right about that. Was
Big. I
always.
love the Outer Limits of Roy
Um,
Finnis.
then we had Lost in Space.
And I
Was
never really got into Lost in Space.
um
My
wasn't
favorite
that
was
the one
Star
with
Trek.
Mr.
That was
Robin, Dr.
Yeah,
Robinson? Was that
that
Lost
was,
in Space?
yeah.
What they had the
Yep.
robot?
Hmm.
Was that Angela Cartwright in that one?
Yep.
she
And
was
that
so
robot
adorable.
was in the one with Renee, what's his name? Michael Rennie. And
Mm-hmm.
what was the name of that movie with him and Mars Mission to
The day the Earth stood still.
Stood Still. That was the original robot from there. So he was
Right.
very famous robot.
Famous robots. There
What
could
was the
be a
It
name?
muse
was
It could be a
it
museum of
was
favorite famous robots.
What was the name of the robot?
Robbie the robot.
Robbie. Yeah.
What were the words to stop him from destroying the world?
Oh God, I knew that.
Remember,
Oh my,
she
it the da da. Oh God,
who's a woman?
I forgot. But I just
I don't
remember Michael
remember.
Rennie in it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember.
I
But
just
Well,
remember that.
we had My Favorite Martian.
My
oh, I
favorite
like that.
Martian.
I love
Mm.
that with Bill
Do-do-do-do.
Bixby
Bill
and
Bixby,
yeah,
Ray
Ray
Walston,
Walston.
Ray
Uh,
Walston was
Ray
amazing
Walton,
in it.
Walston, yeah, Walston,
Is it Walston or
I
what?
said
And
Walston.
and he had the
with his
right
antenna
the things
coming up
that
and he could disappear.
And I love Star Trek: The Next Generation.
right.
Oh,
That
and, yeah,
was
and what was the funniest one?
the
Of the
funniest
Star Treks.
Yeah,
of the my
no.
favorite Martin, my favorite Martian.
No,
Which one? What do you?
no,
I like
Oh,
Starman.
what was the funniest one
yeah, Robin
of
Williams,
Oh,
Oh,
Nanu
Mork and
Nanu.
Mindy.
Mork
Nanu,
and
Nanu
Mindy.
Nanu,
Nanu.
Nanu, Nanu. Yeah, yeah,
That
Mork
was
and
he was a
Mindy.
genius. It started getting pretty bad towards the end of it
Yeah.
because they just
Right.
couldn't. They should have just had a special for the year. But
Hmm.
that was a
Yeah.
wonderful. He was so
He
funny.
was
He really was.
Well, yes, he was definitely a unique person who
I
gave a
know
lot
it's
of,
not space, but Quantum Leap was one of my favorite science
yeah,
sci-fi
yeah,
shows.
but sci-fi. And then we had, well, cartoons Futurama was all
Hmm.
space directed, and the Jetsons.
The Jetsons.
Me, George Jetson, do 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 do. His boy Elroy. Uh, uh,
I don't know if uh, 2001: A Space Odyssey would be considered a space movie, but that was a great movie.
yes,
Yes, it is.
absolutely.
It's one of
Abs-
my favorite
It's
all
one of the
time.
top. It's one of the top movies ever for
Matter of fact,
space.
I went to see that movie with Phil and Mitch and Maxine, and I really couldn't understand it when it first came out because we were young when it first
Yeah,
came out.
No, it was
I understood
1969
some
or
of it, and
1970.
then
we were in
so I
junior high school, I think.
yeah, I
Just a
just said
little.
it went right above me, so I went to see it a couple years later, and oh my God, that is like one of the best movies.
I went
I
to
love
see
it.
it when I was in college with this guy I
I
was
was in high
working with who
school.
was a lawyer. He was in law school at NYU, and I worked for the Consumer Help Center, and he was
Hmm.
assigned to that, Brooklyn office. And he goes, let's see a movie. And I'm like, huh? So- and I'm like, all right. And he took me to the Ziegfeld to see it, on the giant screen of the Ziegfeld. And again, I was like you, I didn't quite get it when I was in junior high school, but when I saw it that second time,
Well,
wow.
I was a bit older when I saw it. I saw the original release in
Yeah.
'69, and I'm
Well,
forgetting
we saw the original release. It's just it
We
kind
saw
of
the
went
it just
over.
kind of
Which
our
kind of
heads
went over
started.
us a bit. Yeah.
I remember seeing the West Village.
Hmm. Well, seeing it at the Ziegfeld was quite something because that was a
Yes.
pretty premier theater at the
But
time.
I remember leaving there. I said, "Boy, 2001. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
It's
we're
going to be
gonna
so
have
far out."
flying
And
flying
yeah,
cars.
and now we're
Hmm.
2025.
2025. We're going back to 1725.
Mhm.
Uh,
I
so
still love the movie Rocky Horror Picture Show.
yeah,
They're
that's a
really from
little.
space.
Yeah,
No, but
that's
they're
a.
from outer space.
You can.
They came
Yes.
down
Right. Right.
to outer
So cool.
space.
I like the Saturday Night Live skit where they
Well,
were
the Coneheads.
no, well, the Coneheads they were from, right, the Coneheads, and then the most recent one is when they interrogate three people who were abducted by aliens, and on the SNL 50 they had Meryl Streep join, and it was hysterical. It was hysterical. I
Well,
think
one of my
Woody
favorite
Harrelson
books was Hitchhiker's Guide to the
to the
Galaxy.
Galaxy. Yes,
The
that's
movie
a
was
good one.
terrible, but the all four of the trilogy,
Hmm.
all four of the trilogy, there's four books in it.
Trilogy, right? I
Yes.
got it.
All
These are
four of the
people who
trilogy.
know.
Yeah.
All four of the
Four
trilogy.
of the
Yes.
trilogy. The fourth one was So Long and Thanks for All the Fish.
Paula,
Right,
your
right. I
chin
remember.
is
Yeah.
out of the picture now.
Um,
My,
What are you doing there?
she's moving
I
around.
don't
That's all.
know. I'm moving. I'm
She's
a
got ants in her
jiggle too.
pants.
I
She's
got
got
ants in my pants.
she
Yeah,
got
I got
ants.
the
She's
ants.
got the ants. She got the
the
uncles,
uncles.
and so yeah, that's it.
And one of my
Uh,
favorite movie was Starman. There's a
yes,
Starman.
What's the movie with
that was a good movie.
It was an
That was
excellent
when he said he had to learn how to drive or something,
drive.
and we
So the
go and we go. And there's a red
yellow
light, green
mice
light. Go very fast. Yellow, go very
yellow
fast.
very fast.
Go very
what was
fast.
it? Was that the one with the bridges? Um,
Yes,
Yes.
yes. It was Jeff Bridges, right? It was
Yes,
Jeff
and one
yeah.
of
or
the
right.
scariest movies to this day still creeps me out is called The Mission from Mars, something with Mars, where they had these pods and they become pod people, but it comes in the back of their head and they become
Yeah, I know
Martian.
which one you mean, and I didn't like
We
that.
saw
That
that
scared.
together. It scared us.
That scared me.
No,
It's even scary when
that's
you're mentioning what it is.
no, that was the one
I don't like that stuff.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Body snatchers, yes.
Oh,
Pods, and
that's it.
they were all from Mars. Yes.
I
Invasion
don't
of the
remember where
Body
they're from, but they
Body
Snatchers.
t took
snatchers.
over bodies, and then they looked the same, but they didn't have the personalities.
No, it's like, oh my
This
God, that really scared me. And there's
something.
another
Yeah,
movie
I
with
guess I can.
giant ants.
Oh, that was Charlton Heston in that movie,
Yes, it
right?
was. It was one of the first
Oh,
movies
Giant
ever,
ants.
but I
yes.
was staying over Maxine's
Oh my
house,
God. Oh
about
my God. Your
15
poor
years old.
dad.
His parents
Poor.
were away. We called my
Oh,
father up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
yeah, something like
We
that.
couldn't sleep. We can't sleep, Daddy. Why? We just watched this movie. He tells me never to watch horror movies or anything like that, space, because I get
And also, there
nightmares.
was some people having a fight, remember?
Yes.
And they
Oh
were
my God, these
screaming.
people were having a fight. I hate you. And we're listening, we're laughing our guts off. And all of a sudden he screams and there's nothing. Quiet.
Right.
And we
All of a
look at
sudden,
each other and go, oh, he killed
oh,
her. Let's go to
Killed her.
sleep.
well, we got nervous though. We got between
We
the
called my
movie and the
father.
ants. Right. We
So he
called
calls, he
Lenny.
says, you want me to come and get you? No, no, we just want to let you know we're at home and scared. He goes,
Yeah.
all right, go in your room and go to sleep. We're
Right.
15.
Right. He was like, he didn't know. Because how do I handle these two teenage girls? He's probably like, "Are you nuts?" And we would go, "Yes,"
Yes.
Probably would
so
my
We,
mother go, they're nuts.
yeah. Well, we were pretty nuts, I got to admit. I mean, there was just plenty of nutsy things we did.
Yes,
We'll
especially with
have
the Barbie dolls.
so we'll have to do the shopping one next week after we go shopping on Monday.
Just gonna give you, we're gonna do this after we go shopping because we're gonna do a
Right.
shopping
After we're gonna
segment.
do a
when you go
shopping
shopping, you're
segment.
going shopping for your wedding, the wedding dress.
We're gonna go for wedding
Yeah,
dress, and we
we're
have
gonna.
many stories of Maxine going shopping.
Yes, there are stories of me going shopping and you having to deal with my insanity. So yeah,
Insanity from
yeah,
Brighton Beach
it's
to Sheepshead Bay
Vanity
to just
and
all in one day.
downtown
Queens
Brooklyn
Highway and ending up
and
at
downtown
A&S.
Brooklyn, right?
Mhm. And up at
anyway,
Tom
guys, do you
McCann.
realize our time
Tom
is up?
McCann.
I thought it was Baker's.
Maybe it was. I
It
just know
was
we went into Tom at
it was
Baker.
it was Baker's where I'm looking for the gray shoes. That's a hint. No
Baker's a
one
great show.
knows. Uh,
Guys, save all your stories. The time is up.
the stories of the nuts. That's us.
And you know what I
Um,
have to say? Nanu, nanu.
Nanu nanu.
Nanu, nanu.
Or as they say, live long and
And
prosper.
Live long and
prosper.
prosper.
Live
Because you
long and
need
prosper.
and take a breath because you're gonna
Doc,
need it in this crazy world we're living
Mr.
in.
Spock, not Dr. Spock.
Mr.
Mr.
Spock.
Scott. Yes.
Bye.
Dr. Spock. He was famous.
Yes,
But
he would. But
but
we
now
like
the famous
Spock,
one is Dr.
Mr. B.
Becky. Dr. Becky is now taken over Dr. Spock as the child,
But,
person
but, but no
people
one's ever
can't love.
taken over for Dr. Ruth.
Yeah, no, no.
No one ever will. May
No.
she rest in peace.
Dr. Becky tells you how to raise your kids. That's why I
Not,
said it.
not,
If
not
you
to
look
have,
up Dr. Becky up on Google, you'll
not
see.
how to get kids.
Yeah. No, not how to get kids, but how to deal with them. And
Don't
Bye.
need to tell you how to do
she's
kids.
got like million of I mean she's got thousands and thousands of followers with millennials having kids who have
Oh,
no clue, no
let's have
clue.
her on the show.
Uh, I think that would be
Ah,
hard to get, but you never know.
Paula, give
you
her a
never
call.
know.
Give her a
Yeah.
call. Have her see the show.
Uh,
Hello,
uh,
I have no children. Tell me how I can start.
yeah.
Bye.
I would say spread them, baby. That's how